Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be, Shield Destroyer. So we'll get straight on to the title of the video, people. Because I was just thinking I'll do a live, board, and check the headlines. And the main story was Starmer's not going ahead with a 5p tax rise on petrol and diesel, people. That was the big headline, right? Right. They're all crying, apparently they haven't stolen enough. I think, I don't know how much a litre of petrol should really cost if you look at profit over companies. Someone making enough to live on probably should be about, I want to say maybe 10p a litre. And then probably the rest is tax. Maybe 10p a litre should be the cost, and then 30p a litre is going to the corporation to make them billionaires, and then the rest is tax, something like that anyway. But very nice, isn't it, of Starmer not to add another 5 pence to the already well overpriced fuel, okay? But yeah, so that was just, that's how much they were, again, just wishy-washy with the headlines. There's apparently so much going on in the world, but that's the best the BBC, probably Sky's got, and all of them, right? So couldn't really use it. But as I was, I was just going in, seeing if anything was going on Fed, but never got there because I stopped at this Jac Rae comment. So I thought, all right, well, let's just use that. Let's start off by talking about Jac Rae, which is a new Facebook profile. So I reckon whoever put this up, like Jac Rae, set up a profile just to reply to me. Funny enough, right? So someone's put Yaxley, Tommy. Oh no, sorry. Someone's put is little Yaxley Lennon having to stand on a chair again? And I'll put let him know that Tommy or Wazim Kempson, right? So hopefully that guy, he obviously knows, he'll be quite happy to see Wazim Kempson and let everyone know. And Jac Rae says, how's the only guy in the village doing? Dave, Zach. I've no idea what you're asking or who Dave Zach is. Like, I've got, like, I didn't know if it's Jac Rae. I got, like, you know what I mean? Anyone? I thought maybe I'd ask you guys if you know what Dave Zach is, the only guy in the village. Fucking. So I put no idea, and they put, of course you don't. Right, yeah, of course I don't. Right, okay. So I put, how's your dad's leg doing? Did he lose it yet? Right, we got a response to that. Apparently, you can't see it until you click on the thing here. Funny enough, I don't know why that is. I'm hoping they'll go, what you on about? And I'll go, well, can I ignore you some other time? Kind of busy right now. What are these people? There you go. Okay. I mean, like, where'd you get these people, right? What is that, people? Anyway, like, just bizarre, isn't it? The shit people come out with, man. Like, what? Like, just like, I scratch my head with these. I mean, this is clearly a Tommy Robinson fanboy, right? And you see why people, if you're a Tommy Robinson fanboy, I know there's probably none coming in here, but If you are, then you know this is your mind. You know, this is the brain cells of a Tommy Robinson fan, right? None, fucking dead in the head, mate. But you're not happy with trying to. You know, these people, they're not happy with trying to cover that up, right? They're more happy trying to prove it more and more, aren't they? Like, well, you know what I mean? This is the sort of shit you like. Just what? What are you saying? You fucking moron, isn't it? Like, if you're gonna say something, say it, right? If you set up a whole account because you want to say something, but you're too scared to be seen as saying it yourself, then you know, fuck's sake, it's a lot of effort to say nothing, isn't it? It's a lot of effort that fucking Tommy fan went to say absolutely dribble. Like what are you saying, mate? Like fucking weirdos, man. They're fucking freaky cunts, aren't they? They really are freaky cunts, people. But there we go. Whilst we're here, we'll have a little rundown, see if we get some people in the chat. I'm sure we will. It'd be nice to see some new people in the chat. If you're out there, it's not chatting, come on, peeps. Let's hear it from you. Let's hear like if people aren't talking, right? And this is pretty much the only place you're going to find to talk, where you can talk and get real feedback on what you say. You know, there's very few channels like mine out there, right? Where you can go, okay, I wouldn't go to the extremes of trust, because I always suggest people don't trust any fucking channel out there, because you're likely to get fucking bitten if you trust any channel. So I always suggest don't trust me in it, because it's just, you know, you should walk into YouTube, into any of these online fuck things, and straight away go, right, they're not having my, you know, I'm not giving them my trust, don't know them, never met them, can't even see me, right? Not that seeing should be believing, but you know, there's one place you can come to and actually get some fucking sound advice, or someone who will listen. It's here, right? Someone who's not going to straight away condemn you if you're saying something that's just not a dumb opinion and based on nothing, innit? We'll let you know, but everyone should be talking now. Everyone should be telling people. You should want to know. You should want to get it off your chests. What's going on with you? How are you seeing the world? Let people know, because again, you know, the more people who talk and start to, you know, see the same things or near the same things, it builds up a picture, right? And it shows people aren't on their own in this world of disgrace. Welcome to England. See an immigration raid, don't walk by, we can resist it together. Make sure people know they don't have to answer any questions and can leave if they want to leave. Walk away with them. Film immigration officers and police. Don't film anyone else without their permission. Challenge the officers. Why are they questioning specific people? I don't know what all that's about, peeps. But, you know, never talk to a piglet, mate, is the best thing. You know, why don't you just put, don't ever talk to a piglet? Tell them, I don't talk to your fucking dirty piglet corporation, mate. And some of them will act all like, oh, what is that? What we do? You know, they'll act like fucking gimpy, like, oh, I'm so innocent. Look, I'm the nice one. And tell them why, because they're a fucking absolute disgrace. They are the Roman Empire's, what were they called? I can't remember what they called in the Roman Empire now. The people that would go around doing the dirty work for the Roman Empire, right? The emperor, their boss, their don. It's these are henchmen for the corporation known as government, mate. You know, there's a don at the head of the corporation of government worldwide. There is a don and every piglet is bowing down to the policies, aka the orders from the Don. So if the Don says something tomorrow, it doesn't matter what it is. If a Don says toilets are bad for you, you're not allowed to have one in your home now. You've got shit in your garden, right? And you're seeing shitting in your fucking toilet. They'll arrest you, mate. All right. That's how fucking dumb fucked these piglets are, right? And as I've said, if you ask a piglet, go and ask a piglet, people, right? If you don't believe me, go and ask them yourself. Go up to a piglet, right, and say to them, I want to know what order it is you wouldn't follow. And let's see what they say, right? Because I've asked the question to many. And they, I don't know, because there's not one, right? Which makes them very dangerous. We already know they're very dangerous. They're weaponized like fuck now. They're basically soldiers in a piglet outfit costume, right? And usually somebody wants to be a piglet as some kind of psycho, wants to some control power. They're weak people that would never get any power in their own little world, so they join the piglet world, right? So they're very dangerous people. Around 200 traffic light detector units have been vandalised across Cambridgeshire since the May bank holiday, mostly in Cambridge. The damage causes delays, congestion and safety risks. Oh, dear. What a shame, yeah. What a shame. Most people have never heard of the Rosenau experiments, but once you see what actually happened, it's hard to look at the idea of contagion in the same way. Here we go, people. Right, this is pretty much does it make sense that you're going to catch certainly not a virus? A virus is, if you look into a virus, as we keep saying, it's built up in the body to break down the shit that enzymes can't do or whatever. When your normal bodily functions can't break down all the crap, and filter out, you'll build what they call a virus. But as it's pointed out, virus means poison. It comes back from Roman poison. But what they would, a doctor should know as a virus, build up in your body. It's no such thing as a bad virus. It's there to pull out all the dirty shit that your system can't control. When it's built up too much, right? So back in the early 1900s, a researcher called Milton J. Rosenau set out to prove something that at the time was already widely accepted as fact, that the diseases like influenza spread easily from person to person. It was supposed to be straightforward. Expose healthy people to sick people and watch the illness pass across. Simple. Except it didn't go that way, people. Nope, indeed it didn't. What they actually did, Rosenau and his team ran a series of controlled experiments during the influenza outbreaks of the early 20th century. They used volunteers, real people. I think it was actually soldiers that they used, people, because soldiers are very much not only signing up to go to war and kill and do whatever their Don tells them to, they're very much used for experiments. And you'll see that again and again and again throughout all governments and throughout the history of government, how the soldiers or soldiers are used as guinea pigs, right? So healthy individuals who agreed to be exposed to those who were visibly sick with influenza, and they didn't do this lightly. They went all in. Sick patients coughed directly into the faces of healthy volunteers. They breathed on them. They spoke closely, face to face. In some cases, they even transferred bodily fluids. Mucus from the sick was placed into the noses and throats of the healthy. If contagion worked the way we're told it does, this should have been more than enough. It should have spread rapidly, but it didn't. The result, no one expected. Despite all of that exposure, the healthy volunteers did not get sick. not in any consistent or reliable way. Rosenau himself admitted this was surprising because the expectation was clear. Illness should have transferred easily under those conditions. But the experiments didn't fail to prove it. It proved that it was a lie. You know, virus theory was banished. You know, should have been knocked out the window. We should never be walking around going, "Oh, don't come near me. I've got a cold." You know, we should never be part and parcel of those words, people. You know what I'm saying? But here we are still in 2026 where, you know, it's even worse today, isn't it? Oh my God, I got a cold. Don't come near me. Oh, you know, people now, when they get a normal cold and they think it's just a normal cold or a normal flu, they even go to the extent of putting on muzzles now. Do you know that, right? Because muzzle is now the new like, the new stop the virus spreading, stop the cold spreading, stop whatever it is they've got spreading, you know, in the eyes of a madman, right? But we know there's a lot of madmen out there. Anyway, so yeah, it failed. And you know, you can go and look into that yourselves if you don't know it already, people. Home office bollocks. The home off ice. It's home off the ice, people. Government, we're going to need you to wear masks again. Me, best I can do is tell you to go fuck yourself. Well, me? What do you mean again? What? You got to do it first, mate, to do something again. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, I told you to go fuck yourself first time, and I'll tell you to go fuck yourself second time. Lincolnshire police gone absolutely rogue. I mean, police, you know, they are rogue. They don't go rogue. Police are designed to be a fucking disgrace, people. Yeah, there we go. No one in the chat yet. Wow. Amazing. We're very quiet. What's going on with the weather today, people? Well, we've got a lovely blue sky out there, right? I can see a big chemtrail. Wow, I nearly even fucking called it a con myself there. Big chemtrail going across the sky. A lot of big clouds, but they're actually showing a bit of blue sky. They're actually allowing a bit of sunshine through. Windy. The wind's up. They're not giving you a nice day. Don't get me that. Don't go that far, people. They're waiting until the bank holiday before they allegedly are going to give you a nice day in May. But yeah, right now they're blasting the wind up. They're giving you sort of a half bit of sun. You can see a bit of half sky really. But it's better than the rest where they're just blocking it completely, where the whole sky is like November, innit? Feel like you look out your window in May and wait there, I've been transformed to fucking November. What happened, mate? I thought we were in May, innit? I was speaking to someone yesterday in a kebab house, funny enough. He come in, he was a nice jolly bloke. Done him a little favour by moving a car back so he could get in his parking space. And he got out his van, he said hello and that. He goes, "Right, mate, how are you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good, how are you?" So I could see he was a pleasant guy, right? I just knew, so when I'm in the kebab house, I was waiting outside having a fag while they prepared my meal. And I walked in there and thought, oh, well, I'll have a chat to this guy. Let's see what he's saying. I got a feeling he might be, because he's such a nice guy, I got a feeling he might have some brains. Funny that, isn't it? Like, straight away, I assume this guy probably knows. I feel like because he was so nice and he wasn't scared to say hello to people, I had a feeling, I just got this feeling, mate. It's funny, isn't it? Funny how I work these things out just by people saying hello, right? But I said to him, oh, it's getting cold out there now, isn't it? He goes, oh, I didn't notice. So he goes, I've been in the van all day. He goes, I haven't really noticed it. But I said, yeah. I go, it's funny, you can see the sky now, though. You haven't been out all day. He goes, oh, no, you haven't been out all day. All month they've been covering the sun. I was like, oi. I asked him about COVID, started saying, oh yeah, about COVID and that. He goes, fucking, I carried on working, never wore muzzle and never stuck any needles in my arms. And he goes, and I know a lot of people that have died from those jabs. Literally. I mean, I was like, woo! What a dude, isn't it? But again, just someone straight down, right? Not scared to tell the truth, not scared to say hello, and not scared to tell straight in your face. I know people who have died, loads of people who have died from those jabs, right? He said, I've got a lot of friends, I only had one. He said, they're still here. He said, they had one because they wanted to go on holiday. He goes, I think basically he was saying he doesn't think they will be here for so long. I don't know, but that was his idea. He said they all think they're fine. That's what I think his actual words were. They all think they're fine because they're still here because they only had one. Like, yeah, I know what you're saying there, mate. But good to see, innit? Good to see. Proper fucking geese. Proper Luton boy he was as well. Which, of course, when you're in your own town, you know what I mean? When you're in your own town, you speak to somebody and you just go, yeah, you know, that, you feel like someone, you know, there's not many in your town. You're not proud of your town people anymore, are you? But when you see someone who's got a brain, who's not a fucking scumbag, who's not scared to tell the truth, who's willing to stand up and be different to everyone else, you feel like, yeah, proper my town, right? It's not proper your town because actually you're not proper your town. You ideally, all of us types should have our own town, shouldn't we? You know what I mean? Leave the rest of them to it, innit? Let them crack on, mate. We'll have our own town. We'll call it peace. Well, I don't know. You can call it whatever you want, people, but maybe we'll just call it peace and quiet. But it won't be quiet because we'll have parties, right? But we'll call it peace and quiet, right? Because we ain't got the noise from the idiot world of fucking media and all the people who bow down to it. Fisher meat. Okay, so this guy's breaking into properties. Why he's breaking into properties in fucking no sandals, really? You'd think he'd go better like footwear. I mean, you fuck's sake, what are you wearing those sandals for, mate? Maybe he's trying to fucking get himself a pair of shoes, isn't it? Trying to burgle someone for a proper pair of shoes, mate. mRNA vaccines as operating system. Internet of bodies and remote control. There you go. I don't think I want to listen to that one. Bit of shit. Oh, look. I know. If we just put up anyone to do with child abuse as a... Oh, look, they put in one white girl. Like, literally fucking... I think, like, pretty much everyone else is a brown man, isn't it? And just... if we put in one white girl... They can't say that we're just fishing out, you know. Is this real? You know, if you take it, if everyone's sitting there going, "Oh, look, it's those fucking Asians or whatever," isn't it? Well, I bet every single one of them's a Muslim. You know what I mean? Probably some idiots are saying that, ain't they? Because this is a trigger photo, people, isn't it? I doubt they'll even realise there's a white girl in there. Explaining where the digitization of society came from. Yeah, not too sure. I think data centers. I mean, these data center thing. What do you think, people? It's like so heavily like marketed, these data centers, isn't it? And I feel like, why are they heavily marketing it? These cunts, you know, they could build a data center, just shut the fuck up about it, right? Have them built before. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think like it's for reals? I mean, I'm not saying there's no data centers, but do you think the actual plan to put all these data centers, or do you think they're telling them so people do fight back? I don't know. I just think it's a bit weird when they start mass marketing shit and everyone knows about it. I'm always a bit concerned, isn't it? Why are they telling them? And people might say, well, they have to tell them because it's like, yeah, but they don't have to tell them like straight front up, do they? We know that. They'll tell them in a film. Show a data center in a film, mate. There you go. Told you. Join the club of virus experts. What did I say? I found out yesterday. Was it experts comes from experie and basically the word experts comes from to test or you know. But go check out the etymology of expert and why they probably keep saying, "Oh yeah, the experts." I mean, look at this, right? The Metropolitan Police are finally seeking criminal charges against up to 57 individuals and 20 companies over the 2017 Grenfell Tower, which killed 72 people. I mean, that was like 9 years ago. It took them 9 years. The chances are a lot of these 57 will already be dead. So they're actually guilty of something. They never did see justice. Let's see the punishment for those knowingly fitted flammable cladding to Grenfell Tower. And Grenfell again, I think psyop. I'm not saying people didn't die. I'm not saying they didn't burn down a tower. Whether people died or not, psyop. I think they wanted that bit of land. HS2, which will run through our region, could cost more than £100 billion and may not open until 2039. I mean, what's going on this HS2 in it? 100 billion, right? We got no money, people, right? We got starving people on streets all over every town. They think 100 billion is best spent on a travel infrastructure. Oh dear. Look at this one. Centre for Infectious Disease Research and Policy. They come out of this. Research data suggests that Pfizer and Moderna COVID vaccines were 70 to 76% effective. Wow. In kids, look at this. So that that is clearly whoever's running this fucking dirtbag is all about trying to fucking kill children, people. Evil Mohammed Kazim Khan. Oh dear, here we go. Breaking news, raped and why don't we just go to the point of everyone who does nasty shit is an evil cunt in it. There we go. It's all the boat shit. Keeping everyone occupied on the boatmen and the immigration as opposed to the government that's pulling them all over to cause everyone to focus on that shit. Immigrants again. That's the same picture. What? Oh, man, fuck's sake. Yeah, we don't need to listen to them fucking scabs. There you go. China is upgrading its massive digital surveillance system with a centralized internet ID, linking real identities and biometrics to track online behavior. Anyone like privacy anymore?
With what they're doing. Well, they will actually put locksteps into place first before they enact the 15-minute city. And usually they will either do it with a pandemic or a climate change lockdown. So the first step to the 15-minute cities is to introduce digital IDs. That's where they take all of our IDs, everything that you live off of, and they centralize it in one ID where one entity can just shut it off. So now they can control you through that way. But you still have the ability to move and go and buy whatever you want. Next step is CBDCs, which is the central bank digital currencies, which means they can see every single thing that you purchase. So instead of going to the store and them just seeing you spend $150 at the store, they will be able to see everything that you bought. Then they will enact carbon credits on food, travel, airplanes, hotels. Like you've already see it. If you go and book an airplane or if you go book a hotel room or whatever. And in the UK now they're introducing carbon credits on food labels so that you can get trained on what a carbon credit looks like.
There you go.
Who gave them the right to charge us for water and land they didn't create? We should not be paying anything for our existence on this earth. Let that sink in. Let it scrape against everything that you've been taught. Because the most insane idea humanity ever normalized is that you owe money simply for being alive. You were born here without consent on a planet you did not create, under a sky that no government ever hung, breathing air that no corporation manufactured, and somehow you start life already in debt. That's not normal. That's not moral. That is not even sane. Explain to me how land became owned. Explain how water became a bill. Explain how shelter became rent, movement became a license, and rest became something you have to earn after selling most of your waking hours. They didn't just monetize labor. They monetized survival. And the moment survival has a price tag, freedom is gone. Because if you must comply to be allowed to live, that is not choice. That is coercion. Wearing a suit and calling itself civilization. And don't insult people by calling this just how the world works. That phrase is the psychological gag they stuff in your mouth before they tighten the leash. Miss enough payments and watch how fast the mask drops. They don't just take your house. They don't just shut off your utilities. They take your mobility. They take your dignity. They cage your body, all because you failed to keep up with the subscription fee for being alive. That's not order. That is a threat backed by force. Work itself is not the enemy. Contribution is natural. Humans have always built, always grown, always created, and always shared. What is evil is when contribution stops being voluntary and becomes a condition for survival. What is evil is when fear of hunger, homelessness, and medical neglect is used as the whip. And that fear is not accidental. It's engineered. It keeps you obedient, tired, and arguing with your neighbor instead of questioning the system that's draining you dry. No moral system, none, can justify charging human beings for access to the earth they were born on. If a system requires you to earn the right to exist, then that system is illegitimate at its core. And if hearing this makes you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is the sound of a lie cracking. You're not lazy for questioning this. You're not crazy for feeling it's wrong. You're dangerous because you're starting to realize the truth. You were never meant to pay for your own existence.
Nicely said. There you go, master database of every American. Oh yeah, this ain't fuck. This is what so many of these, you know, Tommy type people are being pushed for this geezer, you know, an actor on the telly pretending to be SAS. They all want their SAS man to now be a London mayor. So funny, isn't it? How the system quietly turned owners into tenants. They can't survive on 174 grand, people. These poor little poly tricksters. Oh yeah, 4 types of aliens. That's what they're pushing at the moment, isn't it? I keep seeing this. 4 types of aliens. They're putting it on mainstream, coming up with 4 types of aliens. Word of the day, Hunter. Pronounced Chantar. Nonsense. A scam. There you go. Oh, it's a shame because I'd like to watch that cartoon. But it's not in English. Don't want none of that shit. I know that. Algae. Yeah, I don't know. Someone pushing far each. Yeah, obviously the globalists. Our Lord the Saviour shit. Oh man. The reason that 90% of the truth movement is still not embodying sovereign energy and waiting for saviors, leaders, waiting to be told what to do, lack action, taking abilities, and are out on organized marches is because they follow one of several shills who promote the cycle of appealing to authority. In essence, keeping them in a slave mentality. These shields give you 90% truth. But then at the vital moment, Luke, you back into protest petitions or have you waiting while someone goes back into Parliament to debate some horseshit where nothing ever happens. This is why I say, okay, you're awake, but awake to what exactly? Because unless it's to your own sovereignty, you're still in their spider's web. You can see the spider, congratulations, but you're still mentally ensnared and frequency, energetically speaking, they have you right where they want you. Look at all the big names out there, people. Here we go. Alex Jones, Jesus, Saviour Programme. David Icke, protests and petitions, appeal to authority. Guy Anderson, protests, appeal to authority. Andrew Bridgen, appeal to authority and vote. Rupert Lowe, appeal to authority and vote. Elizabeth April, Saviour Programmes. Mark Sexton, appeal to authority. Fiona Rose, Diamond, appeal to authority. Jacqueline Dunn, appeal to authority. Russell Brand, Saviour Programme. These are just a few, but so many are following these shady fuckers around and hang off every word they say, not realizing they are being led away from themselves. Nicely said there, Anthony Sayers. See, it's what they were on about a minute ago. In Cambridge, all these fucking. I mean, you get through to the young people. Young people tend to be a lot more brave, shall we say, than older people, right? Because when you're young, I don't know, just got a bit more didn't you? So imagine in Cambridge, all these young students start. I mean, all this will no doubt go around the University of Cambridge, the colleges, and you'll have all these young. They won't be able to put up a fucking camera that'll last more than a fucking minute or a fucking whatever it is they're putting on all these roads, lights, all that. They'll soon find out. Everyone will be taking them down soon. Imagine that when everyone starts to realise and everyone wants them fucking taken down, innit? Even your little piglet might start realising that, oh, they're fucking harming me too. You know, if a piglet feels like he's being harmed, fucking scaredest one of them all, innit? Jeez. Even the piglets you might see a piglet pulling up and ripping shit out. Wouldn't that be funny, eh? Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, would it be funny, eh, if Tommy's like gone in trying to get like one Pakistan fucking guy on his side so he can act like he's all and they give him fucking throat through. That would be funny. The restaurant was reportedly visited by Tommy Robinson and his entourage after the event. So Tommy Robinson, all against the Pakistan, decides to visit a Pakistan restaurant. That's you know what I mean. He lives in Dubai. He visits like can you hear that, people? You know, this man is really against them. According to police reports, members of Robinson's group became severely ill shortly after dining there. Following a medical and police investigation, authorities have confirmed that the illness contracted at the venue was syphilis. Oh God, I hope that's one of the true stories. I really do. Oh, that'd be so funny if that's fucking true. You know, obviously I can't, I wish I knew for a fact that was true, people. I mean, that is just, look, laughs. How do we get a laugh on it? We got to add to the laughs. I don't like emojis, but that one for me. Oh, you fucking cunt. I hope you got syphilis, cunt face through the throat, you dirty little bastard. Prophet Muhammad apparently said, you know, I love the way they make out like this is a fact, isn't it? All mankind is from Adam and Eve. An Arab had no superiority over a non-Arab, nor a non-Arab has any superiority over an Arab. Also, a white has no superiority over black, nor a black has any super over white, except by piety and good action. Well, you know, hopefully everybody realizes that, you know, no man should have authority over any man, and anyone who thinks that different color or different country, you know, or land, let's say, as opposed to the word country, if you think that you're better or should have more authority because of one of those things, then you're a fucking wanker, basically, isn't you? Don't think we need Muhammad or Jesus or any of those people to tell us that, right? You know what I mean? Jaw-dropping study finds vaccinated children have 170% higher risk of autism. I wonder if that's why there's so much autism all of a sudden, isn't it? Companies standing up to Bill C22. 322. Oh, look, it's a bill called 322 Skull and Bones. Proton VPN, Switzerland. Apple USA, Meta USA, Signal USA. Foreign companies protecting Canadian privacy better than Canada's own government. Well, yeah, all right. I can't imagine that any of these are standing up against something that's trying to fucking keep an eye on you all the time, mate. Data center.
I am so done with this world. It's starting to become so draining. I feel like I know too much, and I feel like I'm done trying to bring awareness to people who act like they're allergic to knowledge. Do you know when the saying goes, ignorance is bliss? It really is. The division is manufactured, the outrage is designed to keep you distracted while the agenda moves forward. And if you still think this is about left versus right, you're lost. You are completely wrong. This is about the people versus the system. I don't know if you've realised, but the system is trying to take away everything that we've worked for over our lifetime, including everything that our grandparents have worked for. They're trying to take away everything, including our freedoms. Our God-given freedoms that we were born on this earth with, they are trying to take this away. And you know, I'm just finding it hard because most people have not got a clue. Most people really have no idea what's at stake or what's happening. And I really just can't see a way out. I feel like they've manipulated every aspect of our life. What's happening is being planned for hundreds of years. And some days I'm all right, some days I'm not. Some days I find it hard and I struggle with the totality of what I know because I know it's coming. I am so done.
Anyone with her? Anyone feeling like she feels? Do any of the norms, any of the people who just, you know, think you should just crack on and say nothing and, you know, it'll all be all right. Don't worry. Did they give you any compassion? Are they out there like listening to you and going, oh yeah, no wonder you feel like that. Oh, let's help you. Let's, you know, no. They want to argue with you all the time, right? They want to put in their, they want to give you their opinion at best, right? Oh, in my opinion. What, so you're just going to go against what I just said on an opinion based on nothing? Yep. and you know, I've done a lot of research into these matters, but your opinion's going to overrule my research. Okay. Norm then. Back to the norm. Normal crazy fucking lunatic. All right. Have we got any? Oh, we got some chatters at last. That took a while, people. That's fucking nearly 50 minutes, you motherfuckers. I asked for a chat at the beginning. Not one person spoke up. But I guess another and Ashley have just arrived. Here, piggy. Wanked into the curry. What a spunk bubble. Thank you. Come again. That's great, isn't it, Ash? Eh? I see your video yesterday, Ash, saying that you might not, you're going to do nothing right? And you might not be on YouTube much longer. You're right. I mean, I gave up the phone. I gave up the internet. I gave it all up, mate. But it's only because of work, having to do a job, really, and the fact I couldn't find a fucking phone box when I wanted a jibber. I had to get a little throwaway phone, and ended up having to get the fucking internet again. And once I get a little bit of cash and can spend that on keeping myself busy to hopefully make keep myself fed, I think I'll be joining you, mate. Saying later's getting rid of this fucking internet where I can just go outside, fucking ideally probably wash cars and advertise them and sell them or something like that. You know what I mean? Spend my time doing that, not on this fucking thing, mate. Because like you said, it's in the net. You are part of the World Wide Web. And like, you know, little bits help. Getting rid of people, getting rid of their, if a whole load of people tomorrow got rid of their smartphones, for example, that'd be a massive thing, isn't it? Just their smartphones alone would fucking knock these cunts on the ground quite a bit. But it's very hard to get people to give up their smartphone because, again, they're so addicted. You know, they can't see a way out of them smartphones, can they? Which is crazy when you think about it, isn't it? They can't see a way out of a smartphone, mate. But those who hold on to them, they're only fucking themselves, innit? They're only fucking themselves, mate. Or maybe I'll have to use. Maybe I'll just have to use the internet for advertising things to sell, but that'll be it, innit? Because it's the time, innit? It's the amount of time you're looking into these dirty screens. I always think, like, imagine before screens, man. You know, you wouldn't be so far away from people, innit? Everyone would want to be together because they're keeping each other company. You know what I mean? Playing games, talking. You know, now all the chat's done online or on texts over fucking digital fucking crap, innit? The mark of the phone, yeah. PH1. Fucked up shit. Nice to see you too, anyways. There you go. Poliomyelitis. Polio, for people like me, is caused by the polio virus and can invade the nervous system, causing irreversible paralysis. Fucking hell, Mark, get it out. Causing irreversible paralysis within hours. Before the polio vaccine was introduced in 1955, the disease struck terror across the United States every summer. Oh dear. Is this another fucking? I thought this was like telling you that it was the vaccine was causing it. I don't know. Are they what? So this is selling again vaccines, is it? Fuck's sake! I think this is selling vaccines. The most feared. Putting the fear, people will bow down to anything, mate. You know, they'll drug their children if you're putting enough fear. That's how it works. Don't know what that is. If you look in America, it seems it's all about the attack of Muslims. If you look in the UK, it's all about the attack of Jays. Okay. Elon just offered to fund a wrongful death lawsuit. Yeah, I'm sure he did.
Discreet disposal. It's low level. That's what we have to give the first opportunity for anyone that's been involved in stuff like this. I appreciate you said all you wanted was an apology. To prevent any conflict, he has passed on apologies. He's admitted to us that he's sorry, he shouldn't have done it, and he's given you some sort of reaction to your filming. That's what he said. That's the end of it as far as we're concerned. And unless there's any further issues,
want to educate him as well. Want to be educated. Threats to make, and now police are here, you don't want to make any. Funny.
Well, either way, my advice to you, as I would tell anyone doing similar things, is to leave these guys.
Oh, look, I'm a righty, he's a lefty. If he doesn't agree with me, lefty. That's pretty much, you know, I like to call myself a righty, and I like anyone who doesn't agree with my fucking idiocy to call them a lefty. That's literally the left and right paradigm, right? The left doesn't. I always say the left doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? It's just whatever the right says. Anyone who doesn't go along with it is instantly a lefty, because that's the mindset of somebody who calls themselves a righty, isn't it? You know what I mean? A righty equals a prick, low IQ dumb fuck, right? And if someone out there is calling themselves a lefty, then you might as well go and join the righties. You might as well go and join them, people. We need more people who are willing to stand in the fire and speak anyway. People who are tired of pretending this world is healthy, normal, loving, and free, when so much of it is built on manipulation, distraction, poison, fear, and emotional control. We need more people who stop sugarcoating everything just to fit in. More people willing to call out the insanity even when it makes others uncomfortable. Because the truth is, most people already feel something is wrong deep inside. They feel the exhaustion, the anxiety, the emptiness, the brain fog, the disconnection, the emotional chaos, the constant pressure, the artificial everything. But many are too scared to say it out loud, because this system trains people to stay quiet, obey, consume, repeat, and never question. The moment someone questions the narrative, questions the chemicals, the food, the media, the pharmaceuticals, the conditioning, the fake lifestyles, the emotional programming, they get attacked, mocked, labeled crazy, or pushed aside. Why? Because the truth threatens systems built on illusion. And the people speaking are not perfect. They are not gurus. They are not above anyone else. Most of them are wounded people who went through hell, saw behind the curtain, and simply can't pretend anymore. That's what this world needs more of. raw humans, real humans, men. Right, let's get men, not humans, right? We don't want to say humans, but people with enough courage to lose approval in exchange for authenticity. People willing to risk comfort to wake others up. People willing to say, no, this is not normal. Because once you truly see the manipulation, you cannot unsee it. You start realizing how deeply people are disconnected from nature, from themselves, from silence, from real health, from real relationships, from spirit, from purpose. Most people are overstimulated, over-medicated, chemically overloaded, emotionally drained and spiritually numb, and they think this is just adulthood. It's not. A lot of people are carrying pain they cannot even explain because they haven't been living inside invisible toxicity for years. Toxic food, toxic environments, toxic media, toxic relationships, toxic thinking, toxic homes, toxic expectations, toxic distractions. And the craziest part is that society normalizes all of it. So yes, we need more messengers of truth, not influencers chasing trends, not fake motivational speakers reading scripts, not controlled voices terrified of losing followers. Indeed. We need people who still have a soul, people who can feel, people who are willing to speak with fire, emotion, love and conviction. People willing to lift the veil even when their own life gets harder because of it. Because every single time someone speaks honestly, another human being, another man or woman feels less alone. Another man or woman starts questioning, another mind wakes up, another soul remembers who they are beneath all the conditioning. And maybe that is how this whole thing changes. Not through politicians, not through corporations, not through systems that profit from sickness and division, but through men and women men and women waking each other up one conversation at a time. There you go. Who said that? We'll give them a plug, people. Natalie Rae. There you go. I guess that's Natalie Rae. The troll continues to, for whoever that is. You know God has truly changed your heart when you begin praying for those who hurt you. Oh, yeah. There you go. Oil doesn't belong in a water-based body. I sat next to a pilot on my last flight, so you know I couldn't resist. Oh, I got a feeling I know where this one might be going. Chemtrails. While we were chatting, I'd love to know your opinion on something. Okay, said the pilot. So you're either going to think I'm crazy or a genius, but my husband and I met on a Flat Earth Facebook group and were of the opinion that we've been lied to about the shape of the Earth. Oh, so I'd love to know what shape you think the Earth is. It's what we've been taught, it's round. Okay, cool, but why do you think that? Well, how could it be flat? So I explained the basics of Flat Earth. How we're like a snow globe. The firmament, the sun, the moon, within rotating like a clock, etc. We had a very interesting conversation, very respectful, both asking questions. He had never thought about this before, so I definitely got him thinking, and I could see the people in front of us and besides us leaning their heads towards us so they could hear us better. Don't be scared to speak the truth, friends. That crazy flat earth gal on the airplane may just change lives. Yeah, that's it. Like, no matter how much fucking spit people throw at you for throwing out the facts, right? especially if you can throw out actual facts that they can't deny. But the more you're speaking, the more people can hear you. It don't matter about the ones who are going, oh, shut up, you fucking lunatic. Oh, shut up, you're crazy conspiracy theorist. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting offended by what you're saying. There's always people out there that are listening who will go away and look at, research themselves or dig deeper into what you're saying and find out for themselves and work things out for themselves, right? And in which case, sometimes you can save lives, people. And if you think it's more important to not get, it's more important not to get spat at and not save a life. Take the spit and no, fuck them. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're killing people with their ignorance. I'm saving people with the truth, innit? I mean, 2020, a major part of that, right? 2020, 2021. Anyone who heard, how many people you don't know? It's not a point of wanting people to pat you on the back and say thanks for saving me, innit? But how good is that for your soul, though, right? When you know that, however many, whether it's online, whether it's in Tesco's on a fucking phone call, for example, the more shouting you're doing, the more you're going to save people, right? From themselves, from other people around them, right? And it doesn't matter that you don't know that you saved anyone. It just matters that you probably did, right? So if you've been quiet, you're not saving anyone. You're definitely not saving anyone when you're quiet, innit? The former Nazi scientist who invented the V-2 rocket was grafted into the US deep state with hundreds of others, which became the military-industrial complex. Warned of by Eisenhower. There you go. You can read all that, people. I'm a bit tired of reading at the moment. Need a little break. I'm a lazy reader, aren't I? The last card they play will be the alien card, and it's all a lie. Wilhelm von Braun. Yeah. Come on. Well, the people.
This is not for anybody that got vaccinated and actually admitted they made a mistake. This is for everybody that got vaccinated and is still playing the dumb card. So now people are saying, oh, I need proof that they have nanotechnology inside of the vaccine and 5G towers can control it.
Oh, well. It was working fine, people. We had no problems, and now all of a sudden he wants to stop me from airing. Fucking hate that. Like, how can it work for 5, 10, 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden it starts seizing up in it? And no one stops to ask, and it's never revealed that Sunnis can attack Shia and vice versa. Yeah. What about the toppy and the bottomy? What about the toppy and the bottomy? Okay, we seem clear. I wanted to hear that guy, man. We'll try him again because I think he had something to say, you know what I mean? Come on, mate. You can do it.
Guys, this is the pattern right here. What else do you need to see? That red area is literally telling you they can control you through radio waves, through 5G towers and 6G towers. Look at nature all around me. Love. But guys, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is real life. People have to admit they now. We can't stay stuck on a problem. What are we going to do to fix this? We can either all unite and do something about it, or continue complaining and crying and making excuses and acting like it's not happening. It's happening, people. Your government hates you. These reptilians hate you. They hate humanity. We have to do something, guys. Time is ticking. This is not for anybody that got vaccinated and actually admitted they made a mistake. This is for everybody that got vaccinated and is still playing the dumb card.
There you go. Most people are terrified of stillness because the moment the noise stops, they finally hear themselves. No television, no scrolling, no endless distractions, no dopamine hits every 5 seconds, no fake urgency, no performance for the world. Just them. And that's the part society trained people to avoid at all costs. Because in stillness, the mask starts cracking, the programming starts glitching, the endless loop of survival, fear, stress, chasing, consuming, reacting suddenly becomes visible. People think silence is nothing, but silence is where everything actually speaks. The body speaks, the intuition speaks, the nervous system speaks, the soul speaks, the universe speaks. Most humans are overstimulated to the point they cannot even hear their own inner voice anymore. Their mind is like a room with 10 televisions on at once. Notifications, bills, politics, fear, arguments, work, trauma loops, addictions, constant movement, constant noise, constant escape. Then one day they sit alone in silence for 10 minutes and become uncomfortable. Why? Because stillness forces confrontation. It forces you to see the things you buried, the pain, the lies, the exhaustion, the fact that maybe you've been living somebody else's version of life instead of your own. If you stay there long enough, something changes. The chaos begins to settle like muddy water finally becoming clear. Your thoughts slow down, your breathing changes, your body softens, and suddenly you start noticing things you were blind to before. Patterns, energy, manipulation, your own destructive habits, the people draining you, the foods poisoning you, the environment's crushing your spirit, the fake goals society told you to chase. Stillness becomes a mirror, and eventually it becomes a doorway. That's why monks meditate. That's why shamans disappear into nature. That's why every ancient spiritual path speaks about silence, solitude, and fasting, breath of observation, and inner awareness. Because beneath all the noise of this world, there is another layer of reality most people never touch. A place where clarity exists, a place where intuition sharpens, a place where you stop reacting like a program machine and start actually seeing. The modern world fears this version of humanity. A still human is harder to manipulate. A conscious human buys less garbage, needs less validation, questions authority more, feels energy more deeply, sees through illusion faster. That's why the key system keeps people addicted to stimulation from the moment they wake up until the moment they fall asleep. But the truth is, your greatest power may not come from doing more. It may come from becoming still long enough to remember who you actually are underneath all the conditioning. Because eternity does not scream, truth does not chase, wisdom does not beg for attention. It waits quietly beneath the noise. There you go. Smart girl, right? Dear 12 and 13 and year 13 students, as you prepare for your next steps, whether university, an apprenticeship or work, now is to check your vaccinations are up to date. Universities and colleges bring together large numbers of people from across the country, and which can increase the spread of certain infections. Making sure you're protected helps keep you and those around you safe. Wow. There you go, mate.
It's a public building, but you have no lawful reason to be here, so leave the premises.
Are you a police officer?
Yes, I am.
Identify yourself as a police officer.
Police Constable 1235.
Can I see your warrant card?
No, you have no reason to see my warrant
You're not a
card.
police officer then?
Yes, goodbye then.
Oh, you falsely...
What are you doing here?
IDing yourself as a police...
What are you doing here?
Where's your insignias?
Sorry?
Insignias.
What is that?
Oh, you're not a police officer then, are you?
Where's your police hat?
I'm not in uniform, I'm off
I don't
duty.
think you are. If you were
Why
the
are you
police
worried?
officer, you'd have known exactly what I just said. It's one of the most important things.
What is?
Your insignia.
My insignia,
Your rank and number.
my rank is PC, and my
See?
number is 1235. Leave the premises.
You need to learn the code of ethics. You're very rude. Go away, please, and leave us alone.
Do you want to get your black...
Leave the premises now.
No.
There you go, there's my warrant card.
No, we're just going to walk away from you, mate. You're
Then
very
go
aggressive.
walk away.
That's just a bad mate. Where's the warrant card?
I know. The
Warrant
designation
card's in
card.
there, get lost, and get off the property.
Do you know what?
If you don't get now, I'll have you escorted off.
Let's move away from this violent, aggressive
I'm
fuck.
not being a violent aggressor. I'm asking you to leave.
You're accosting us.
I'm asking you to leave the premises.
You're acting very aggressive.
I'm asking you nicely
You
to
are-
leave the premises.
No,
If you don't leave nicely, you will be escorted off.
Right. It's a public place. I suggest you leave us be.
It's not a public place. It's an organisation building.
You're a very, very angry man, aren't you?
No, I'm not an angry man.
So
You're
why
not
are you
listening
pointing
to me.
over there? Are you a scarecrow?
No, you need to
Go away.
leave the premises.
Do you know when Chris Howard sees this?
Leave the premises,
I
please.
don't think you're going to be policing. You need
Leave
to
the premises, please.
leave us. Leave us alone.
No,
You're
leave
not
the
on
premises.
duty.
You have no
Yeah,
lawful
police
reason to be
officers
here.
come
Leave
out
the
here.
premises.
Keep him on video.
Leave the premises,
You're
please.
accosting us.
No, I'm not
on
accosting
duty.
you.
Yes, you are.
I'm asking you what you are doing in these premises.
Right.
Threatening behaviour.
If you know the law, if you're a policeman, a constable, like you say you are, you'll know what you're doing now is wrong.
No, it's not. I'm
You're getting
questioning
your
why
faults
you are on police Lincolnshire Police property.
Well, I don't know who you are, so...
None of
I've
your
just
business.
identified myself as a police officer.
All right.
Don't walk off.
You are.
Leave the premises.
Him? That's you just touched him.
Leave
That's
the
battering, mate.
Leave the premises.
You don't know
Who
what
are
it is,
you
battering.
anyway?
None of your business.
You've just...
Then you've no reason to be
Go away,
here.
matey.
You've no reason
I
to
will
be
defend
here.
myself.
I've got him on
You've
I've
no
got him on
reason to
camera.
be here.
If he touches me again,
You've no reason. You've no reason
Hey,
to be here.
wait,
Leave.
hands off of me.
That
Leave
is
now.
battery. That is battery. He has the right
Leave
to defend
now.
himself.
Now you've committed battery.
Leave now. You've been asked half a dozen times and more to leave the property. You have no reason to be here.
This man is crazy. It's gone rogue.
Leave the property.
Keep this man on video at a good distance so you can...
Do you want to get the distance? Because I think he wants to try targeting you.
in the video.
You're
No,
scared
I
of
want
someone
you both
else.
to stop doing what you're
You
doing.
don't have any authority.
You don't have. Yes, I do. I'm a police
You wanna stop
officer,
touching
and
me?
this is police.
I'm going to
police
walk forward.
authority.
You're touching me. You are touching me.
You're assaulting
Please
him.
stop touching me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
You have no rights to touch people.
You need to leave the
Who
premises.
do you think you are?
You're out of order.
You need to leave the premises. You have no reason to be here. You have no reason to be here. Why?
How do you know that, eh?
Why?
And the
Section 5.
Yeah, public order. You've caused us alarm and distress.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah,
harassment.
really.
I'm not the one wearing a mask with my hood
Do you
on.
not know this? They call COVID,
You
mate.
silly man. Come away from him. He's
Leave the
dangerous.
premises. You have no.
How about
reason
you
to
get
be here.
a police officer to come out?
You have no reason.
Someone
to
that
be here.
outranks you because you clearly don't know the law.
Crazy.
You
How about
have
you get your
reason-
Blackstones
you need to leave
out?
the premises. You
Get
have
your
no
Blackstones
reason
out
to
and
be
look,
here.
look at the law, mate. Or
You
your
have
code
no
of
reason
ethics.
to be here.
No, we've come to see an inspector.
Have
not
you? Which inspector have you come to see?
We've come to see the chief constable,
He's not here. It's
Chris
Sunday.
Howard, who's going to be seeing how you act.
It's not here. He's not here. It's a Sunday.
Well, put it this way: the public are going to want you to
Which
go.
inspector would you like to see?
None of your business. Goodbye. Leave
It
us
is
be.
my
Come on.
business. I'm a police officer, and you're on police grounds.
Are you sure about that?
This
You're
man's
not
gone
acting
crazy.
Leave the premises.
He's already assaulted my friend twice
How
and
about this?
myself
I'll teach
twice.
you the law. Have you heard of it called Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act 1972?
Yeah,
Please
school
leave the
time.
premises. You don't have no reason to be
School
here.
in.
Gives you the right of access to any place that's open to the public,
This is
At
not
any
open
time.
to the public.
It
It's
is.
closed. It's a Sunday.
but it's still open. There's no barrier stopping me from entering this
There
property.
are no
it's
barriers,
the
but
real
it is
police.
still private
Secondly,
property.
I'll
Here's the
tell you.
real police.
Secondly, yeah, this is paid by the public through taxes, yeah? So this is classed as
I am
public
not
property.
going to to argue with you. Leave the premises.
That's not arguing.
Leave the premises. It's a public building, but you have no lawful reason to be here, so leave the premises.
Are you a police officer?
Yes, I am.
Identify yourself.
There you go. Just a piglet. You know, they got a badge, mate. They think they can just tell you if they don't like something, you've got to listen to them. And that's a piglet, mate. It's from a monkey, it's from a bat, it's from a lab leak, it's from a cruise ship. Wake up, it's from your government. Yay, well done.
So this entrance was closed from 5 till 7 on a Friday by the liaison officers for 35 weeks. And now, week 35, you're going, now they can't do that no more.
I'm open now. What are you lot? I've got some brains in your head. Because he's telling me I'm not allowed to go through that on a public footpath. Section 17 of the Public Order Act on your site gives me freedom of movement as an independent.
See, when people fight this acts and statutes, they're giving them the power of legalese. And there is no power in legalese, people. Legal is a scam. The only law is law of the Ten Commandments. I mean, we'll look at the Ten Commandments, people, right? We'll go through it for everyone, right? We'll see what it's saying, right? Because one of the things is you are God, right? You are God, people. You don't look at yourself in the mirror and deny it. Let's see now. Right. Let's take you over there, peeps. Are you ready? Right. So number one, you shall have no other gods before me. Do you see that word there, right? Very important word, I think. Me, right? Me. When you read it, it's talking about who? You. When I read it, who's talking about? Me. I shall have no other gods before me, right? I wouldn't get confused with thinking it's about a man in the sky. You shall not make any idols to worship. So anything out of worship, right? Worship. So as soon as you bring on an idol, you're at war on a ship, right? You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. So how do you take the name of the Lord your God in vain? Tell me, people. Remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. I don't know if I can remember the Sabbath day, people. I'm trying to think about remembering the Sabbath day, but but keep, you know, I think probably every day is a Sabbath day, right? Honor your father and mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery, as we've been over loads of times from Frank. It's not talking about getting married, because marriage is not a that's a religious stroke government corporate contract. It's you know, bowing down to other bullshit. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness. I'm sure that's on your neighbour. You shall not covet. There you go, that's it. It's quite simple. You don't have to confuse things with legalese. Don't have to confuse the law of the land, the law of the living, right? Don't need loads and loads and loads and loads of legislation, acts and statutes and... No, man. Stay good to yourself. Know that everything's going to be all right as long as you do. Don't, and know that you're fucking going. You know, your soul's not going to be going anywhere good, if anywhere at all, isn't it? You're going to fail the test of life, really, isn't it? And I don't think the test of life. So if you've stolen, for example, in your life, I don't think that means that's it. But you learn, right? You learn from your mistakes. If you murder someone, I feel like if you murder someone, right, you might say, well, if you murder someone and you learn from your mistakes, so you're okay. I get the feeling that murderers probably aren't ever, you know, if you've got the mindset of a murderer, you're probably never learning from your mistakes, are you? You know what I mean? You're never learning from that mistake, are you? You're never going back and going, you know, the only time I think a murderer perhaps thinks, I wish I hadn't done that now, is when they're banged up in it. And they got life in prison, mate. That's when all of a sudden they wish they hadn't done it. Other than that, they're probably still thriving on it and getting off on it, innit? Because they're a dirty-minded fuckface. And they'll tell you that this comes from the Hebrew Bible, right? Some people will use such things as the Ten Commandments against you. You know, I think the Ten Commandments probably runs through all religions, really. Well, certainly probably the four main ones, because they have to tell you. But how many of the religious are, you know, immediately they're telling you the Ten Commandments, and immediately part of that religion is getting you to bow down to a god before you, right? Getting you to believe a man in the sky, right? Getting you to be an adulterer. So they can say in one hand, oh yeah, here's the Ten Commandments. If you do all this, you'll be fine. But join this religion and bow down to the God that this religion's on about, right? You see how it works? That's why religion's been made. They tell you the truth within the religion, right? But you left this. You religioned, right? You didn't care about me. Didn't care about you. You left that for the man in the sky, innit? And you bow down to it every day. They're fuckers, mate. There you go. So people start telling you, oh look, well, if you're talking about 10 commandments, you're religious. Point that out. They probably won't listen. In fact, I guarantee they won't. Like I say, a religion, a name, that title, that label that people give themselves, it's the hardest one of all to take away. You think taking their mobile phone away from them is hard, right? Their smartphones and all that. Try and take their religious fucking title away from them, mate. Ooh, fucking hell, mate. No chance. No chance. They'll even tell you, oh, I'm not even religious, but I am a... I don't even do much of it. I just do this bit or that bit. But so I'm not really, you know, but you call yourself it, yeah? What? What do you mean? Like, there we go. You can tell I've had the conversations, can't you, people? And no one stops to ask, and it's never revealed that Sunnis... Oh, we done that one, didn't we? Sunnis can attack Shia and vice versa. What about the toppy and the bottomy? Oh, we've done that one. So, thing is, if that situation with the cop turned the assailants the assailants know very well they're in serious trouble if the cop survives. Must be other gods then. Crosses. What you mean where they fight back? Where when that copper puts fingers on them, they have every right to smack him straight in the fucking jaw. And they know very well, yeah, that if they done that, if they decided to defend themselves, it wouldn't end good for them. Yeah, absolutely. But if you take that badge away from that copper, so he's just the man without the badge, then the video would prove that he made the first thing and he'd be the one who would be... It's funny the way it works, isn't it? Funny the way it works, mate. But the badge, yeah, you know, we all know for a fact if they smacked him in the face because he put hands on them, as a man, the man himself there, the big fat fucking piglet, would be convicted. But as a piglet, oh, no way, man. You know those two are getting battered probably. They're going to get heavily fucking jumped on by whoever comes along next, innit? Handcuffed to fuck, thrown in, and the old boy will be patting, are you all right, mate? Oh, yeah, come on, yeah, it's all right, we got him, yeah, fucking yeah. You're part of the gang, mate. I mean, the time has to be worth the crime. You're getting at least 5 to 10 years for just pushing him anyway, yeah. Yeah, you're going to get fucking anything. That's why they're so brave, these piglets, because they know. You know, they know we're thinking more, oh, immediately. Fucking the judge is, as soon as you say, oh, he hit a man, judge is going to go, all right, that's assault. Any previous? No, all right, give him you know, give him 6 months on probation and fine him 200 quid, right? Even if you were the aggressor, right? But as soon as he in court, it says you done the same thing to a policeman. Holy shit, mate! No probation there, mate. No, you're in the jail, mate. It's a policeman. The judges and the police, they're all a gang of fucking tyrants, mate. They all stick together and they all they want to make sure that when these piglets are out doing their dirty fucking gangland shit, everyone's too scared to hit them because the judge will fucking make them pay. You see the way the piglets even treat soldiers, isn't it? Even treat soldiers, especially like in America, say, where, you know, they think a soldier thinks he goes to Iran or Afghanistan, he comes back, right, and then he gets abused by a load of pigs, beaten up. It just shows you a soldier has there's no. So I think the soldiers, especially in America, hate police more than anyone else. There's a big divide between police and soldiers, and rightly so, right? Because police are fucking cunts. Imagine if you just come back after fucking fighting a war, right? Going through real fucking terror. And then you've got a piglet telling you fucking this, that, and trying to take your rights away. It? Oh, like, you're just like going to be like, I've just been over fucking sea saving you, you cunt. Making sure that all these people can fucking live their lives. And you're doing what to me, you fucking dirty cunt? You'd think a soldier would have a higher ranking than a pig, really, wouldn't you? You'd think a pig might have a bit more respect for a soldier, but not the way it goes, peeps.
Catherine Austin Fitts has mapped out what she calls the 12 steps to total control. This is not a conspiracy theory. I shouldn't even have to say that. This is an inventory of systems that are either already built, currently being built, or in advanced.
Whoa, I fucking stop that shit. I don't want to go there.
Planning stages of being built. So
it's just funny. It's bad, isn't it? This is not a conspiracy theory. I shouldn't have to say that, right? It's like you have to you have to say the words before you actually say what you're saying. So you're already like having to fucking put into dumb people's minds that if I say this and I don't say it's not a conspiracy theory, you're automatically going to say it's conspiracy theory because you're not going to go and check what I'm saying, right? You're not going to go and actually, you're just going to assume. We know what assume makes out of you and me. Right. Oh, no, I've done it.
Catherine Austin Fitts has mapped out what she calls the 12 steps to total control. This is not a conspiracy theory. I shouldn't even have to say that. This is an inventory of systems that are either already built, currently being built, or in advanced planning stages of being built. So walk through this with me. Smart meters, smart appliances, internet connected everything. Your home becomes a data collection node. Every pattern of behavior, when you wake up, when you cook, when you leave, is recorded. I hate it when people have, Siris in their house. Step 2, let's digitize your car. Modern vehicles are rolling surveillance devices, GPS tracking, driving behavior monitoring, remote access capabilities. Some electric vehicles can already be disabled remotely. Fitz notes that she had to put sticky notes over the dashboard of a new car because of how aggressively it was monitoring her. Number 3, smartphones and telecommunications. This one's already complete, long ago. Your phone knows where you are, who you talk to, what you search, what you buy, and what you think about buying. Google logged over 2 trillion location updates per day during COVID and shared that data with governments. Step 4, digital ID. The credential that ties everything together. Once you have a verified digital ID linked to your biometrics, every interaction with every system gets attached to your permanent record. Step 5, CBDC, all digital money. We've covered this, but in the context of the 12 steps, understand that this is not step 1, it's step 5. By the time CBDC rolls out, the surveillance infrastructure is already in place to use it. People have already been groomed to accept it. Step 6, the tokenization of all assets. Larry Fink of BlackRock has said publicly he wants to tokenize all stocks and bonds. We're talking about your house, your car, your retirement savings. Everything becomes a digital token on a blockchain, which means everything becomes programmable, trackable, and potentially freezable. Step 7, AI surveillance and enforcement. AI already analyzes billions of financial and online interactions to detect fraud and, quote, harmful content. As these systems mature, they can pattern match behavior in real time, scoring your risk, your sentiment, your credibility, and enforcing restrictions automatically, no human required. Number 8, biometric tracking, facial recognition, gait recognition, voice recognition. The UK already has one of the most surveilled public spaces in the democratic world. Canada is now expanding its biometric data collection through border services, passport systems, and increasingly through private sector partnerships. I don't know why we don't even keep people in prison. Why do we need to find more of them? Step 9, social credit scoring, the synthesis of all of the above. Your financial behavior, your online speech, your physical movements, your associations, all fed into a scoring system that determines what you can access, where you can go, and what you can buy. Step 10, control of food systems. They already said it. I already gave you that example. FITS is super direct with this. You cannot control financial transactions without controlling food. If someone can grow their own food, raise their own animals, trade locally, they have an exit from the system. Watch for regulations on small farms, ostrich farms, on seed saving, on local food markets. In Canada, we're already seeing this pressure. Step 11, control of energy. Electric vehicles that can be disabled remotely, smart grids that can cut power to individual homes, carbon tracking tied to personal accounts. The energy transition, whatever its merits, also creates a new layer of individual dependency on centrally controlled infrastructure. I've always wondered with the electric car thing, we keep pushing the electric vehicles, but in a climate that doesn't support them. Maybe this is why. Step 12, the synthesis, a digital concentration camp. These are FITS words, not mine. When all 12 of these systems are integrated, when your home, your car, your phone, your ID, your money, your assets, your food, and your energy are all connected to a central system that knows who you are and can be switched off, you don't need walls. You don't need guards. The cage is invisible and it runs on software. She uses the COVID lockdowns as the proof of concept. There's anyone landing on my show for the first time and you think COVID was a normal thing or just a pandemic, you got some shows to watch. If I say you're going to lock down and you can't leave your home except on Tuesday and Thursday to go grocery shopping, your money won't work outside your home. If I say I don't want you driving anywhere, I can turn off your electric car. If you misbehave, I can cut or turn off your money, says Catherine Austin Fitts. We've already lived a version of this, and most people complied. The infrastructure that made it possible was never dismantled. Of all 12 steps, the digital ID is the keystone. It's the piece that makes everything else integrate. Without a verified digital identity linked to your biometrics, the other systems are powerful, but disconnected. But with it, they become one unified system. We have a government that has been quietly building the interoperability between these systems for years. We have something that the US doesn't yet have at the federal level, which is Bill C-11, legislation that gives a government regulator authority over what Canadians can access and see online. Now add the other layers of our censorship bills, add age verification laws, which are coming, framed around protecting children from social media, and you have the mechanism to require identity verification just for internet access. And no, we're not just talking about social media. We're talking about your bank, your ability to buy a flight. First social media, then news platforms, then anything the government designates as potentially harmful. The infrastructure doesn't care what it was originally built for. Everything I've described so far requires enforcement. And historically, enforcement required humans, which meant it was slow, expensive, and inconsistent. Well, AI removes that bottleneck completely. And here's the part that should concern you the most about Canada specifically. The Canadian government has been integrating AI tools into federal services. The CRTC, the regulator empowered by Bill C-11, is exploring AI-assisted content moderation. The Canada Revenue Agency uses algorithmic systems for audit selection. The tools are being embedded before the public debate about their limits has even started. Catherine Austin Fitts has mapped.
Yeah, if that doesn't worry people, well, can't help you. Can't help you. You're not going to help yourself, innit? Masonic, please wake up. Who wants to see it? Nah, no one wants to see the Masonic, please wake up, right?
Many police who are not in the Brotherhood are concerned about its...
We're going to do this because I feel like it's not...
Many police who are not in the Brotherhood are concerned about its influence, but Masonic policemen see no conflict between the job and the craft. But why do so many young policemen become Freemasons?
There's certainly a feeling that if you are a Mason, you better your chances of promotion, or you better your chances of being selected for, in London, for the CID.
This was exactly the experience of John Simons. Having become a Mason in the Army, he joined the Metropolitan Police in 1960. When he wanted to join the elite CID, he found his Masonry came in very handy. But there was another vital qualification for young police anxious to become detectives.
You either had to be corrupt or you had to condone corruption. They were tested. They didn't want to bring into the CID people who were going to be horrified by corruption, going to make waves and complain about it. And you were really tested. You would not only corruption in as much as that you would be prepared to accept money, or perhaps if you weren't prepared to accept money, you wouldn't make a fuss about other people, you would condone it.
In 1969, the Times newspaper was contacted by a small-time criminal claiming to be fed up with detectives extorting money from him. Reporters tape-recorded his next encounters with detectives, one of whom explained how the criminal could buy immunity to commit crime all over London.
And the phrase that he used, that the officer used, was, "I'm a member of a little firm within a firm." The implications of that there was a secret society, a tight-knit group of police officers who dealt amongst themselves and who could guarantee immunity for criminals around the whole of the metropolitan area. That phrase gave a depth and a ring to what was to become a major corruption scandal.
Remember, a Freemason will always serve the Freemasons before they serve any of the other fucking shit they've labelled themselves with. Freemasons very much are mind fucked into bowing down to whatever the Freemasons are pushing at the time. The Brotherhood, mate. You're not just a group or a gang, you're a brotherhood, right? You're family. Look at that. I'm a family Freemason cunt, mate. Hey. Special fucking needs. Mask Together America. Oh my God, someone like, you know, I mean, not someone, it's clearly them in it, you know, probably AI putting these shits together in it. Yeah, you look so pretty, darling. Pretty fucking weird. The plague has been mentioned a few times again in the comments. Napoleon Bonaparte knew the plague was not contagious. Bonaparte remained unaffected, which alleviated the fears of his soldiers. To further dispel any doubt French soldiers might have had about the contagiousness of the plague, Napoleon Bonaparte himself grabbed the corpse of soldiers who had died from the disease with his bare hands and lifted them about. Needless to say, Bonaparte remained unaffected. This was around the same time the French had won the Battle of the Pyramids. Following the victory, Bonaparte, Desgenettes and their staff occupied the quarters at Murad Bay, where 60 enemy soldiers had died of the plague just days prior. Despite living within the confines of the pestilent quarters for some time, not a single Frenchman inhabiting its walls contracted the dreaded disease.
Close, what are you doing?
Autism. Experts have finally discovered the ticking time bomb that is to blame. What? Oh my God, why healthy, fit young men in their 20s and 30s are mysteriously dropping dead. What's the experts saying? I'll tell you. It's nothing to do with the vaccines, people. I guarantee you they're not saying that, the experts. Well, fucker is. I can't tell you because it tells me I've got to fucking subscribe. Someone says in the comments, though, all teenagers should have an ECG to check for abnormalities of the heart rhythm. I thought this would not happen to him as he was a healthy 6'3", sporty man who had a good diet, healthy food. Another one says, having lost my son-in-law, age 33, who cycled over 100 miles weekly in 2024, this article has great detailed information. One of the major worries amongst many was the time waiting to find out if he is genetically linked, as had concerns for his brother, which was a worry in 18 months. So it's all about heart. And someone else says, seems to be a lot of heart issues amongst the young over the past 4 or 5 years. Yeah, so they're clearly trying to get people to go down, I guess, for young people to get their hearts checked, but trying to make out like there's some heart, like, you know, thing that we know why, don't we? We all know why.
I'm in Poland. Zero illegal immigration, perfectly safe streets, and nobody bans traditional pork sausages. They completely protect their borders and their culture. Why is Britain so terrified to do the same? I'm in Poland. Zero.
They probably need to kick you out there, mate, innit? How did you get in there, right? How did you get in there, mate? There you go. I envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Let's listen to a bit of deep state music, mate. Scandal equals no further action. Hey, chat and SD, you get on okay, doing the letter SD. Yeah, great info, thank you.
Yeah. From Queens to the Tower, silver spoon in his hand. Party with the elites, danced in they sand. Epstein, black book, phone number side by side. Flew on the Lolita Express, multiple rides, 8 times in the 90s. Logs don't lie. Maxwell on board under New York sky. Banner from Mar-a-Lago when the heat got too hot. But the old friendships whisper what the files forgot. Beef stay done, red tie in the throne. New world order, player in the disruptor's clothes. With the same old name, puppet a master. It's all part of the game. Left fights the right in a scripted war. Why the global machine keeps score? Why the global machine keeps score? Why the global machine keeps score? Operation Warp Speed, needles roll out fast. Big Pharma partners, questions in the past. mRNA, gamble under his golden sign. Rush through the system, consequences down the line. Appointed the insiders, Goldman ties remain. Kushner in the White House, foreign cash in the vein. Abraham Accords, Middle East, real estate play. Peace on paper while the power brokers stay. Russia whispers in 16, WikiLeaks on the scene. Manafort shadows in the dossier dream. Impeach twice over, then crown once more. Theater for the masses, settling old scores. Promises to smash it, schedule left on the page. But the bureaucracy bends and stays in its cage. Saudi sword dance, billions flow through the door. A lead handshakes behind closed doors. Yo, they calling the outsider, breaking all the chains. But the flight logs and deals sing a different refrain. Controlled opposition, divide and rule the game. Red hats marching while the strings stay the same. Enemy within, or the one pulling strings. Question the narrative that the TV brings. Trump in the machine, or machine in the man. Follow the money, understand the plan. Yeah. Keep stay done, playing both sides loud. New world order laughing under the shroud. From the foes, whispers to DC Marble halls. The show goes on as the empire falls. Wake up, rise up, see beyond the show. The deep state wears many faces, red, blue, and gold. Trump in the machine, or machine in the man. Follow the money, understand the plan. Follow the money.
Follow the money.
Understand the plan. Plan.
Oh. I think music is quite a good way. Like people like to listen to me. You get a good tune, fucking people will listen to the music and the words more than they'll listen to the people talking, man. There you go. And he says again, many people can't take on my messages because at the heart of them, they promote sovereignty. That is promotion of self-leadership, self-ownership, taking responsibility, being your own leader, coming up with your own solutions, not looking for saviors, not believing in authority. That is hard work and only for people who truly want to evolve. My messages are for good-minded folk. I stamp out their hopium and copium, crack pipes that they need to lean into to deal with things the way they are. These crack pipes eventually lead to disappointment in the long run. Anyway, so I'm literally doing you a favor. I'll tell you what you might not like to hear, but need to hear. Trust me, they don't want a population of people that embody sovereignty. That's why they organize all these protests and petitions in the first place. To get you to continue to appeal to authority. You're chasing your tail in a continuous loop. There is method in my madness.
And today, Jennifer and I and others had a chance to go see the Western Wall of the Temple Mount, the Western Wall tunnels, so much of the old city. And as you stand there, you can't help but behold the miracle before you. And it got me thinking about another miracle that I hope all of you don't see too far away. Because 1917 was a miracle, 1948 was a miracle, 1967 was a miracle, 2017, the declaration of Jerusalem as the capital was a miracle, and there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible. I don't know how it would happen. You don't know how it would happen, but I know that it could happen. That's all I know. And a step in that process, a step in every process, is the recognition that facts and activities on the ground truly matter. And that's why going and visiting Judea and Samaria, understanding that sovereignty, the very sovereignty of Israeli soil, Israeli cities, locations.
There you go. The man who's Secretary of War for the United States of America. Two tides, two tides. You can read that. You can read it all, people. You can read it all. You can stop. You can read it all. You can read it all if you want to.
Hey, question of the day. Who the hell are we the people? I want to share some wisdom that's not taught. It's not common knowledge, and every government servant wants to hide this relationship. So let's just go straight to the original 13 states and find out who we the people truly are. All right, first up, Connecticut Constitution, Article 1, Section 2.
Text of Section 2. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit, and they have at all times an undeniable and indefeasible right to alter their form of government in such manner as they may think expedient.
Next up, Pennsylvania Constitution, Article 1, Section 2. Let's roll.
Section 2. Text of Section 2, Political Powers. All power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their peace, safety, and happiness. For the advancement of these ends, they have at all times an inalienable and indefeasible right to alter, reform, or abolish their government in such manner as they may think proper.
So we've established that we the people have all power, and all government is founded on our authority. And all government is instituted for our peace, safety, and happiness. That's the law, period. Now let's hit one more state from the original 13. Here's Georgia Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Paragraph 1.
Section 2. Origin and Structure of Government. Paragraph 1. Text of Paragraph 1. Origin and Foundation of Government. All government of right originates with the people, is founded upon their will only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. Public officers are the trustees and servants of the people, and are at all times amenable to them.
So in that text, all government originates with and is founded on the people's will only. All public officers, which would be your legislative, executive, or judicial branch, are the trustees and servants of the people and are at all times amenable. So we've already established the power structure. We the people have all political power, and all government is founded on our authority only. Now let's dive into Black's Law 5th edition and look up servant.
Servant. One employed to perform service in master's affairs, whose physical conduct in performance of the service is controlled or is subject to right to control by the master.
So we the people employ servants to provide a service that benefits you, that benefits me, that benefits we the people of the several states. Next up, Georgia Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Paragraph 2. Let's roll.
Text of paragraph 2. Object of government. The people of this state have the inherent right of regulating their internal government. Government is instituted for the protection, security, and benefit of the people, and at all times they have the right to alter or reform the same whenever the public good may require it.
So the main object of our government is you, is me, is we the people regulating our internal government.
Object of government. The people of this state have the inherent right of regulating their internal government. The people of this state have the inherent right of regulating their internal government. The people of this state have the inherent right of regulating their internal government.
So the main object of government is we the people regulating our internal government, because government's only job is to protect, secure, and benefit we the people. In that provision, you notice how it doesn't say government regulates the people? That's because we the people are the boss of all government. Legislative, executive, judicial. All government works for we the people. So let me explain that in a different way. Think about a Walmart employee. Can a Walmart employee tell his boss, the president of Walmart, what he can and can't do? Hell no. Like seriously, imagine a Walmart employee telling his boss how to run his business. His stores, his products, his delivery trucks, his money, his property. Like seriously, think about a Walmart employee stocking shelves. And then he walks up to the CEO of Walmart and tells him, we need to lay out the store different. We need different products, and every employee needs a $20 raise. The Walmart boss would laugh in your face. So in this analogy, the Walmart employee stocking shelves is the government servants, and the president of Walmart is we the people. So back to the people. We're the boss over all government. We the people have all the power, have all the authority, and all government is merely a servant here to benefit you. We the people. So there's no such thing as anybody in government having a grant of power over your life, your liberty, your property, or your pursuit of happiness. It don't exist. Everybody in government is your employee. They work for you. They work for me. They work for we the people. Hey, if this content blessed you, encouraged you, or helped you out in any way, please leave a comment, like.
There you go, peeps. Let's see what we're saying. Is the heart electric? Yes. Why the heart problems in the young folks? By the way, blood cells are also electric. Negative charge. The earth be positive charge. On stage breaching the 10 commandments for life because creating adultery to dupe people. This is why Reform Party. Then they install the Reform Party. They can then point to this and say, you have chosen to reform the government, and this is mandate to roll out AI. Yeah, maybe good shout. Or restore, but I think reform is the one that they're heavily pushing in it. Will restore and reform suddenly join? You know, like one of them ones, in it. It's like they set up restore and reform, the two re's, the two re's, which are the Tories, right? the Tories are now two Rees, reform and restore, and once they say, they're going to probably say, oh yeah, you know, in order to win, you'll probably have like a 5-day thing of will Rupert, you know, give his vote to fucking Nigel, innit? Will Rupert give his votes to Nigel so they can win? Like they'll form a, you know, coalition, and they'll just be the Tories, the Tories. Constitution created by another man. You do not know. Verifiable Roman law legislation creation. The Lodge, 2 lies to jurisdiction. Only the profane fall for it. Those who accept lies be true. Every piece of legislation quoted says reform. There you go. Heads up. He shall still remain registered upon electoral roll as a voter, aka the trustee. LOL. Beware of false prophets, people, bearing false witness of Lodge 2 lies. At the last minute, the word property scrubbed out, replaced with meaningless happiness. Before the 4th of July 1776. Yes, founding fathers, verifiable Lodge brethren, creating Lodge spells. Ari is alternative name for Ra, the sun god, false idol SD, that the Lodge worship, aka Lucifer. Store and form, eh? Isn't it funny that it's the 2 Rees? I mean, there's no way that's an accident, isn't it? That they both went together, the 2 Rees. I mean, and then you've got one who's an ex-Deutsche banker, and the other one whose original secretary was the fucking father-in-law, Nathan Rothschild's father-in-law, the original secretary, innit? Just banking all the way, mate. Banking all the way. Fucking scumbag banksters, man, and these fucking dirty banksters, all fucking poly trickster scabs, innit? But I watched yesterday, I think I put it, did I do a live on it? No, maybe not. But I watched yesterday where all these universities and that are being told, oh, look, we've, you know, for your, you know, where they throw the hat and all that, you know, what's it called? When they've, oh God, you know, when they throw the hat. Anyway, the AI was doing the list or something, and over 100 names were missed. So they didn't get to go up on the stage and have a photo and all that. But as soon as AI was mentioned, there's a few things I watched where in colleges they're talking about the AI. One of them, like one of these cunts, I think maybe the Palantir cunt, I can't remember, but he was doing a talk and everyone talking about AI. But all the students in the background, you can hear all booing, innit? They're all booing, mate. So if there's going to be, you know, I remember back in the day, it was always, they were saying about the young will be the people who rise. It'll be the young, not the old, right? I kind of see that in this, and you see it now in Cambridge itself, where they're ripping down the cameras, right? I feel like the young minds, as I said, you know, they're braver. Young man's always braver than an old man. You know, they're also got obviously a lot more to lose, right? They got a lot more to lose. So maybe we will have a young generation soon coming through, and you're seeing a lot more young people now online talking about such real things, right? Truth. More young people are starting to become aware. So maybe that'll be the real rise, where the young wipe out these fucking scumbags. For we can do nothing for the truth but the truth, folks. They chose Rae because the ritual of ancient Egyptian high priest Hermes, that lodge brethren worship as the hermetic casting of spells by the adepts to create dupes who lies be true and thereby follow orders to their accepted master adept. SD, the young already own nothing. They're extremely angry and only have gains to make. Yeah, but it's not about owning. It's like the more they got to lose, the most valuable thing in it, time. Imagine all the time. Imagine, like, I always think, fuck that. Imagine if you're 20 years old now looking at this fucking world and thinking, oh, fuck, I might have another 60, 70 years here, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, can you imagine, mate? I feel we got it easy, really, because, hey, we've lived, you know, I mean, when you get to, in the world we're living now, when you get to a certain age, are you even really living the majority anyway? Most people now, when they get to a certain age, they just go, do their work, go home, sit in front of a telly, sit in front of whatever, eat their dinner, go to bed, get up, and just repeating it. And then they, you know, might do a bit of gardening on a Saturday or Sunday or something, innit? But the young people, they're still living, man. They're looking at 60, 70 years, man. And getting a triple life sentence by the government, really, isn't it? And the young people as well, as one finds out and tells another, it's not like the oldies. The oldies are the ignorant cunts. A young man is talking to his mates, you know what I mean? His mates are going to listen because they're still proper friends. Whereas today, you know what it's like, right? Relationships aren't proper. If people don't have the respect to listen to you, you quite quickly go off them. You understand, oh, I don't want to, you know, hence why we're not speaking to a lot of people that we used to speak to, right? Because we've realized there's no respect. They don't want to listen to you, right? They haven't got respect to hear you. Whereas young men, young women, they're going to talk to each other and they're going to be listened to, and they're going to be more, they're more open-minded, and they're more likely to go straight away. They, you know, tap tap tap, let me check this, you know, bang. So as more and more things become real in this year, because this seems to be the year of the biggest awakening year, I'd say, that I've seen already. I'm seeing so many more people online talking. So many people outside that know something, right? So imagine how quick it can go through the fields of a young one who's online, who's at college. You know, it's a fast spread, man. And what all these young, I don't even know what the latest social media site is for young people, but I know it's not Fedbook. So where are they, or what are they saying on, I don't know, TikTok, is it? Probably TikToks. There must be a million more TikToks going out than you're seeing on Fedbook from the young people, isn't it? For we can do nothing for the truth but the truth. There you go. We all should be living to min 120 years. Take a look around the old churchyard next time. Get chance at Tombstone. Less chemical poisons around is why, yeah. Yeah, it's clear. You know, they give us obviously lies about. Oh, look at you! You're so lucky. You lived in back in the day. They only lived till 40. It was like, yeah, opposite, opposite bollocks, mate. What when you're just eating fresh, you ain't got airplane spraying shit. You ain't got all these fucking dirty drugs covering your fucking whole world. People were living less. Don't be daft. I guarantee they were eating all healthy food, mate. Even if even animals weren't being fed dirt, mate. So even if you're eating meat, you're eating much fucking more naturally good food from even animals, right? And the water's not being fucked with. Healers are healing, not dealers. The healer heals, the doctor prescribes. Well, I'm going to go. Go get some grub. Go get ready. It's funny, isn't it? Everyone already knows I'm a lazy cunt, and I you know, just sat here, got up, and just sat here, drunk loads of coffee, smoked loads of fags, and done fucking nothing else, innit? As always, because I just can't get the motivation to do anything, man. Can't even get the motivation to fucking just get showered in the morning, mate. Always wait, and then eventually I go, oh, I better get showered now and dressed. Oh dear. What a life. So much fun. Appeared TikTok was the Young's platform last year, SD. Some good stuff there, but as usual, concealed in a stormy sea of lies. Yeah. I spoke truth on TikTok for a week. I had 800 subs, then they deleted my account. Wow. You only fucking got to 800 on your first account, eh? So TikTok's on it harder than Facebook and fucking here, probably. They're not in as near as hard as they used to here. I mean, I used to get fucking, how many accounts did I go through? How many strikes in it? Now I rarely get a strike. I'm really surprised. I'm like shocked. I haven't lost this account. But you know, when they decide they want to stop, because right now it seems like they want the truth out there, right? You know, to a point, I guess. They want an awakening of some degree. And that I just baffles me, really. Is it because they're giving everyone the opportunity to repent? I don't know. Maybe that's part and parcel, you know, where they have to tell you the truth. Maybe they have to give the opportunity to repent. So they allow an influx of all the truth, and then they're going to take it all away soon, isn't it? That was before Ellison bought it, yeah. It was the same here, wasn't it? When Meta or fucking, well, when Google, I think Google originally bought fucking YouTube. And then it become really severe on the strikes. Now Meta own it all, I think. You know, the number 8 in it, the snake eating its own tail, the whatever you want to put as the 8. Meta. But thanks for coming all. Have a good day in the windy fucking half sunny day. And I'll speak to you later. Silence gives consent. Yeah. Bye-bye all.